Welcome to Earl Stewart on Cars.
The yo-yo goes to the fact that you deliver the car and then you bring it right back. Like a yo-yo goes down and it comes back up again. And the reason you deliver a new car, used car to a customer and then it comes right back is because the bank said no to the financing, or the bank said the $500 down payment the dealer told you could put down was a little light, we need another $5,000. Or the interest rate that the dealer quoted you is a little bit too low, so we have to raise it by 5 percentage points or something like this. So the yo-yo delivery, also known as a spot because it happens on the spot immediately without any further delay. You buy a $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 product, you'd think there'd be some thought and time in preparing the product and evaluating, maybe learning how to use the product, financing involved. Think of the time it takes to buy a car. Why should you take delivery immediately? And that's what happens. The dealers do it on purpose. The yo-yo delivery, the spot delivery, and you take that brand new car home and you tell everybody that you bought the car and how much you love it, what a good deal you got on the car, how low your interest rate was, didn't have to put a big down payment down. Then you get a call from the dealer maybe a week later, or sometimes it'll be weeks later, and say, I'm sorry, but the bank decided that you need to come up with an additional down payment, and you need to come back in and sign a new contract. That's what it's all about. The yo-yo, the spot delivery, is very unethical, and there's a challenge to the legality of it. In fact, it's a nationwide problem. It's an epidemic. And it's just another one of these dirty little, I call them trade secrets that car dealers have to take advantage of the consumer. And you need to be forewarned. You go into a car dealership and you buy a car. I'm assuming you would know to get 3 competitive quotes on your trade-in, on the new car or used car you're buying, and also 3 competitive quotes on your finance. You do all that. And when you finally decide to buy, don't take delivery immediately of the car. You tell them that you want to be sure that your financing was approved. Assuming you did the financing with the dealer. Now, if you're paying cash, that's a different story. But if you are having the dealer arrange your financing, which most buyers do, you want to see that bank or whatever lending institution, sometimes they're what we call captive lenders, Chrysler, General Motors, Honda, Toyota, they all have what they call captive banks that work strictly with that manufacturer. Be sure that credit is approved and the terms and the conditions are the same terms and conditions that the salesman told you. Is the down payment the same? Is the interest rate the same? Is everything that you said you wanted to have in terms of terms and conditions of that loan, is that exactly right? Have them sign the contract and you sign the contract, you've got a binding deal, then you can take the car home. On a weekend, you can't get approval because the banks are closed. You buy a car on a Saturday or Sunday, you're going on the salesman's word that your loan was approved. Now, you say, well, if they deliver the car and I sign the contract, then isn't that a legal binding document? No. Well, it's questionable, but most dealers take the position that it is not legal binding document, and then they have you sign something called a rescission agreement, the rescission of the sale. They're saying that if you sign this agreement, then the bank turns you down, then I have no obligation to sell you the car. You must bring the car back. In fact, if you don't bring the car back, you're subject to huge penalties. And that could be a daily charge of up to $150 a day if you don't bring the car back. And then they also get you with mileage, 50 cents a mile. Anything they want to put down, they can put down. The idea is to have teeth in it so you're afraid not to bring the car back. How embarrassing is it to have to tell your friends and neighbors that beautiful new car that you were bragging about 2 weeks ago isn't really yours because they turned your credit down? How embarrassing and humiliating is that? It's something that should be made illegal. It's like the dealer fee in my mind. There are some attorneys working on that. There have been some case law recently. In fact, there was a case in Miami not too long ago that held for the plaintiff, for the customer who bought the car and had the spot delivery happen and was forced to bring the car back and ask for more down payment. So the law is working in the right direction. The bottom line is simply never, ever take delivery of a car until your financing has been approved and they have shown that to you in writing.